Hello and welcome back. Now that we have the airship, there's a few things I want to go ahead and get out of the way before we get into any, well, grinding for me. Although you guys won't see probably any of that, quite frankly. It's grinding, I don't think you need to see it. But anyway, let's go ahead and go into the navigation panel here. Adjust my microphone because everything's in the wrong place as is usual. And we're going to do searches first for some hidden locations. I'm going to go ahead and find all of them. We're not going to go into all of these. The first one is somewhere around here, I think. No, we got to go down a bit. So there's Godhand Temple. It's not exact, just approximately these locations. Next on the list will be up here. It's basically this island somewhere. There you go. That name is actually slightly different than usual for some reason, but either way. Next up is... And then we gotta go down, because it's somewhere on this island, I believe. There we go. Back on the island of Besaid, obviously that makes sense. It's slightly further over and slightly up. There we go. All of these contain things, clearly, that I will be showing and or getting later, so here. It's the battle site. And one last one, which should be somewhere up here. I'm gonna try and guess and see if I can remember where it is. I think it's... there we go. I was gonna say, I think it's one of the islands on the northeast area, but found it. Don't worry. We're all good. We'll be using that to grind for a bit, and we'll also input some things. If you recall those weird blue spheres that were in Al Bhed that I mentioned were a puzzle, some of those contain passwords, which you then have to put in here. The first one we're going to be putting in is Godhand. Basically just go back, find those, translate them, and then eventually you'll get the password, but I'm lazy, so... There are 3 passwords. The next one, 2 of them are related to Riku, and one of them is related to Auron, but whatever. This one is Victorious. Secret. Let me make sure I actually spell this properly, because I'm a dingle-dongle. And don't know how to spell Victorious, apparently. Notice that this fits perfectly. It's as if they made the box the right size for that. And the last one is Murasame, or however that's pronounced. These are all in all caps. I don't know if it actually matters, but they are in all caps. As you've probably been able to figure out for yourself there, via your eyeball things. Whatever you want to call those dingle-dongle things you use for looking. And that's it. And I didn't mean to actually back out. I meant to go to the list to show you them all, but I'm an idiot. So... we will be going everywhere right now, except for the Omega Ruins and the Godhand Temple. Godhand Temple will be something we do later. So let's go ahead and head to all of these new places that we have thus discovered. Mostly to get some good items for the most part. As well as good armor, good weapons. I think there's a ultimate weapon somewhere in this list, but I don't know if it's more than one. Is this it? I'm trying to walk on this, but that doesn't let me. Alright. Anything up here? Oh, there's something up here. I'm glad I walked that way, because I'm blind. Well, there's Victorious, which I believe is armor. There it is. Lightning-proof, fire-proof, ice-proof, and you can add waterproof to that, thus making yourself completely immune to every element. We may as well actually equip that on her, because she's got nothing better than that to put on, so... She will eventually, when we buy Tetra stuff and customize that. Sadly, you have to go back to the airship every single time, so there's going to be a lot of loading screens in this video. It's not really a whole lot you can do about that. It has to load the airship, has to load this, it has to load the ground when you come in. So...
Here we go!
Oh well. And the reason, by the way, we're not going to Bosch Temple is because we need to go back to Zanarkand before that, but also... There it is. But also, there's a boss fight there that I need to prepare for at least a little bit before I actually go do it. There are a few pieces of equipment that I will need to grab. I also don't know what we just picked up there. I probably should have looked at that before I picked it up. Let me see if this says, if we've got it down here. Dragoon Lance is what that says, so let's have a glance at it. Knight Lance is pretty good. Been using it, obviously. That's not what it was at all. Well, let's do a gander and see if there's anything. Was it the Murasame? Oh, it's like the Knight Lance is from somewhere else. The Murasame is alright. I usually don't use it because 1 MP is not that useful compared to some other stuff you could put on his weapon. Like, say, strength and break damage limit. I was looking at Besaid Falls, which has the lance. The whatever you want to call it, dingle dongle. Cenobia Desert has a pretty good weapon for Titus, or Humphrey, as it were. Dragoon Lance. Now we can actually look at that properly, now that we have it. Magic counter, evade encounter. It's pretty good, especially when you slap some strength onto it, maybe even piercing, if you so desire. Not gonna have him use it yet, but I will probably add some strength to that in order to make it a viable weapon for him. So basically he'll just counter everything. And he'll dodge physical attacks, so it makes people really powerful when they have evade encounter and magic counter in the same thing. Next up we go to... may as well go to the Mihin Ruins.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
You'll notice most of these places have no encounters and are very tiny. They're literally just there to get treasure. They're not required for anything else. A couple of them are required for something. By the way, if you don't know where we are, there's us in the distance being cheered at. The guy's like, hey! Now this, I don't remember what this is, but I don't remember using it very much. It's also... is it armor or weapon? It's a weapon. Initiative and Poison Strike. Initiative is not bad, but again, there will be better weapons and armor that we will be making or giving to them when we have the ultimate weapons, which will take a while to get, to say the least. Alright, on to Mushroom Rock, which, yes, I realize we've already been there, and yes, I realize it says new. That's because, if you recall, there was no save point that would be accessible to an airship in Mushroom Rock. There was one immediately before it and one immediately after, except for this one, which I believe this place does have random encounters, but I could be mistaken. But the reason we're here is for the Godhand. Yeah, there's a random encounter.
Father,
You people honestly don't think you can kill us, do you? I don't think you can. This is a time when I wish I would have a no encounters weapon, but it's fine. The Godhand. Not enough energy. Oh yeah, well we can't do this yet, so I'm a dingle dongle and forgot you had to have the not cloudy version of that mirror, so we'll do that before I forget. The ultimate weapons, when you first get them, are completely and utterly worthless. You'll see exactly what I mean. I believe they all have no AP and like nothing else, so they're not exactly drastically useful. I forgot we need to power up the mirror before we can actually grab all of the loot, so let's go ahead and do that before I forget. In order to do that, you obviously need the cloudy mirror, and then you need to go to... what's the closest? Lake Macalania? Probably. Calmlands, if we could quickly get a chocobo, would be the fastest way to get there. Can we quickly get a chocobo, though? Let's see if we can
Here we go.
get a chocobo without moving too far through the Calmlands. If we can get it right, like at the area where we come in, which is that central village or whatever you want to call it. It's basically just a dude in a shop, or a woman in her shop, as it were. If we can get it basically right here, which it appears we can't. Who are these people? I'm kind of worried about talking to NPCs after I defeat, oh yeah, we can. I worry about talking to NPCs after I defeat Unalesca because it, sometimes may or may not involve a Dark Aeon showing up and murdering your family, so I would like to avoid doing that for now. Especially since I had saved for a while. And the reason this is closest is because we actually need to... I hate the camera shifts in this game. We need to be basically right here. Oop. I love the music. So this is the fastest way to get here without having to run through 8 million encounters in Macarena, whatever you want to call it. We'll also be doing some monster hunting, monster capturing, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I'm going to record all that or just explain the basics. I may just explain the basics and then do it on my own time, because it's literally just going to each place, killing things with capture weapons, and then moving on. So there's a specific order to this. We need to be over here. And there should be a mother and son by the save sphere, unless I'm mistaken. As I slur all of my S's. There they are. So she says her husband is missing, and then we run over y'all. I think. Oh wait, no. Wait, yes. Sorry. This is the right direction. There should be someone here who I have to talk to. Is it you? They're nowhere in sight. They were waiting over there. So off he goes. So now we have to go, I believe, back to where they were standing. It's a kind of convoluted means of getting here, but this is how it has to be done, more or less. Hello? Your son went off into the woods. By God. And then we run up here. You have to have them say their son ran off into the woods, by the way. You need to know that the husband missing, the wife is missing, and then the son is missing, I believe, for this to work properly. So we need to go over here, and this kid's here. Hello. You mean like that glowing thing in front of you? And this is where we make the cloudy mirror, which looks nothing like a mirror. It's a very bizarre looking mirror. Into a not cloudy mirror, which apparently looks exactly the same. So now we can open the chests with the ultimate weapons in them. Hello. And now we're done here. We will have to come back here. As we obtain crests and weapons and all of that nonsense, but for now we're basically done with this place. We'll go pick up the rest of the treasure in the areas I saw. We can board the airship from here, you just can't land here. I don't think, unless that's Makalani to teleport. I don't remember where all the teleports go. Leave me alone. So now we go back to Mushroom Rock, pick up that treasure that wouldn't open before because I'm a dingle-dongle and forgot about the mirror. Alright, onward! You need this for every chest that contains a ultimate weapon, and then you need it again, as well as the crest and whatnot. The crest and sigil. In order to power up that weapon, and you have to take those to the thing we just used the mirror on. So we'll be back there several times, don't worry. Use the celestial mirror, and you notice Riku's standing in the background. That's because it's her weapon. That's why she's here. She's excited. Now she's accusing, and now she's happy. I like how you get to see their weapon too. Anyway, there's the Godhand. As excited as she is, she's not going to be using that. As I explained previously, it's not exactly a viable weapon yet. There you go. No AP. Cannot be customized, by the way. It's one of those weapons, like the Brotherhood sword or whatever it is Tita still uses. That can't be customized because it gains abilities on its own. One of the few. Actually, there's one for every character except for Tidus, who has 2. I don't believe anyone else has 2. Come on, game. I don't need this crap from you. And now we can leave and continue our treasure hunt adventure. I will be, however, going to the Omega Ruins and hopefully not dying, but I will not be exploring it yet because I hopefully won't die. This is the key word there. I'm very likely to die. Battle site, is that the last one or is there one more? Yeah, there's one more to visit. So battle site will give us a weapon for Auron, I think. It may be his ultimate. Oh no, it's not even, it's neither of those. It's apparently Phantom Bangle, which is a great item. It's like the thing we got for Riku, except better. I was thinking of a different place that's on Mushroom Rock Road, which gives you something for Auron, but I think we need to have a rusty sword first for that. But anyway, this is a great piece of equipment. And you'll see why. Ice Eater, Fire Eater, Water Eater. Eater means it heals you when you are hit. Rather than taking damage, you are healed for the amount it would damage you, so... You know. That's about as good as it can get. Unless you find a piece of equipment that has 4 empty slots on it, which can be had. There are ways to get those. Most of those ways are somewhat cumbersome. And then you could put everything Eater on it, but when you get those, you're likely going to be customizing stuff like Ribbon, Auto Haste, Auto Phoenix, and stuff like that. So one more location, and then we'll have a gander at Omega Ruins. Primarily because it has a cutscene. And I'll be going there on my own time, so I want to show the cutscene before I do that. So Sunubia Sands,
Here we go.
which has something. What is this? It's a good question. I don't remember what was here. Obviously this, but get the chest. Thank you. Ascalon, apparently. Is that for Auron? No. You? Ah, this is the one I was thinking of earlier. Gives double AP. Not the best thing in the world, but if you're not going to be using him for attacking anything quite yet, and because we can't customize particularly good stuff on our weapons quite yet, it works pretty well. The best way to get experience I will explain more in detail later, but it involves using a Tonberry, Overdrive to AP, and Triple Overdrive. You don't actually have to kill the Tonberry, you just die over and over, and then run away. So that's always fun. So let's head to the Omega Ruins. I may actually go to the High Bridge, just so we can get that story out of the way.
Yeehaw! Here we go.
There's nothing there but story, so I may do that. And then it'll open up Sin, which I will hopefully not accidentally click on. Or select accidentally. I don't know what I said there, but whatever.
What is this place?
700 years ago, a monk who defied the teachings was sentenced here.
Oh, the traitor Omega, yeah?
Omega's loathing of Yevon has turned him into a fiend.
They say he liked it underground, out of the light.
So, he's here?
Scared?
Not a chance.
You should be. This place is terrible. Notice there's no map until you explore it, so prepare to be lost. And they also very rudely start you slightly away from the save point, so I probably should have saved. However, do we have anything that would be of use? No, we have the arc sword, which I'll never use, but I was looking for something that had first strike on it, but hopefully we're lucky. Okay. Let's actually save, and I'll get into an encounter just to show you why I don't like this place really quite yet. More often than not, I'll end up dying here. Yeah, that was a good showcase of why I don't like this place. So we're dead. These guys always ambush you. They will always have the first attack, and they will always open with bad breath, unless you have first strike on your weapon. So basically, you get into an encounter with these, and more often than not, your party is probably just going to kill themselves because he doesn't do that much damage compared to other things here. Even though he can one-shot Lulu, but compared to other things here, he doesn't do very much damage. The problem is he opens with bad breath every time. How much health does he have, actually? Let me bring Yuna out to show that. Actually, we could get out of here. So it's got 64,000 hit points, breathes bad breath 1/3 of the time, so every time it does anything there's a 33% chance that it is going to kill you. Thankfully though, we can get away from this battle, which is highly unusual. Usually your party members just kill each other, but he inflicts every non-fatal, at least immediately non-fatal, status ailment to your characters. So now that we explored that and got to see Moroboro murder my party there, there's another enemy that opens the fight with stone. So it turns your entire party to stone at the start of the fight, which is slightly more annoying, but they're easier to deal with because they don't ambush you. We will do Baj Temple later. For now, let's go to the High Bridge. Right? Yeah, let's go to the High Bridge, and then I'll do the Monster Hunter introduction kind of thing. Actually, I already did that, so I don't need to. So I'll just capture monsters on my own.
Infidel!
Man, don't these guys ever give up?
You regret showing your face here. We'll strike you down in the name of Yevon.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so guys...
If they want to fight, let's give them one!
Prepare to charge!
Stop!
Captain?
Lady Yuna is not to be harmed. She's no traitor. That is an evil rumor spread by the Al-Bed. What? Maester Micah himself told me.
Then, what are we to do?
Stand down! As she says. What was that about evil Al-Bed? I do not understand it myself. All Yevon seems to be in a state of confusion. Why, yesterday, they called me out of the blue and made me captain of the guard.
Short on believers?
Yes, the chaos in the temples is worse than I'd imagined. It's horrible. And all the priests do is blame each other. I worry what will become of Yevon. But no! I must be the rock that stands against the swirling tides, right? Lady Yuna, I must tell you, your courage has been a great inspiration to me.
Yeah, that's great, but we came here to see Maester Micah. Is he here?
Yes, I shall arrange an audience. Please wait in the courtroom. Hey! Hey! Wait! What was all that about the Al-Bed lying and stuff?
Simple. Yuna has become Micah's only hope.
Oh... Okay.
Just what does he think he can get away with?
Time to teach him some manners.
Yes, let's.
Why are you here? You must go and defeat Sin quickly. You have obtained the final Aeon from Yunalesca, have you not?
Well, we did meet her.
We fought and defeated her.
What?
Summoners and Guardians will be sacrificed for the final summoning no more.
You have profaned and subverted a 1,000-year-old tradition. Fools! Infants! Do you realize what you've done? You've taken away the only means of calming Sin.
Hey, maybe that's not the only way. We think we've got another.
Why? Preposterous! There is no other way!
The Grand Maester running away?
Spira has lost its only hope. Destruction is inevitable. Yu Yevon's spiral of death will consume us all. I have no desire to watch Spira die.
It won't die.
Who is this Yu Yevon guy?
Lady Yunalesca also mentioned him.
Wait, Gramps! Who's Yu Yevon?
He who crafts the souls of the dead into unholy armor. An armor called Zen. Clad in it, Yu Yevon is invincible. And the only thing that could have pierced that armor, you have destroyed. Nothing can stop it now.
Ah! Disappear on us, will you? Rotten son of a shoe puff!
Where is the Grand Maester?
He's not here yet. How long must we wait?
That's odd. I'll go look for His Grace.
It's you.
Come to my room.
Okay.
Who you talking to?
Oh, no one.
I must go see the Faith.
I see.
Hello.
I must thank you for the Aeon.
So what's up?
So, have you found a way to truly defeat Sin?
Well, we think the Hymn of the Faith might slow Sin down.
Perhaps.
You mean it won't work?
A very long time has passed since your father became Sin. He may not be able to hear the hymn anymore.
I know it's a long shot, but we gotta try it if there's a chance.
Yes, you must. I'm glad you're doing this. You have a good spirit, truly.
I'm not just a dream, right?
A dream?
It's a long story.
If it works, what'll you do then? You need more than the hymn.
Well, we fight Yu Yevon.
Yes. If you defeat Yu Yevon, it will end. Tell me, what do you know about Yu Yevon?
He's what makes Sin come back.
Sin is his armor. It protects him.
Yu Yevon was once a summoner long ago. He was peerless. Yet now he lives for one purpose, only to summon. He is neither good nor evil. He is awake, yet he dreams. But maybe not forever.
Yeah, that's right. Because we're ending it.
Yes. Even if you defeat Sin with the final summoning, Yu Yevon will live. Yu Yevon will join with the final Aeon. He will transform it into a new Sin.
Yu Yevon merges with the Aeon.
Then, protected by this new Sin he has created, Yu Yevon continues the summoning.
For eternity. Huh?
But you know there is no such thing as eternity if you end it, is there?
Uh-huh.
Yu Yevon lives inside Sin. Yuna, listen. When you fight Yu Yevon, we will help you. Promise me you'll summon us. I'm afraid your swords and magic won't be enough. Please call us. Promise?
Yes.
But you know, when it is all over, we will wake and our dream will end. Our dream will vanish.
Yeah. You've been dreaming a long time, haven't you?
I'm sorry.
I'm grateful.
About what?
Oh, nothing. Hey, don't make that face. Come on, we're gonna beat Sin. Let's see some cheer, okay?
You're hiding something.
I'm not.
Really? You're a bad liar, you know?
I'm afraid the Grand Maester is nowhere to be found.
It's okay, we were just leaving.
Oh, I see. Hey! Maybe you could help us with the hymn.
Hey, good idea!
It's like, we need you to tell as many people as you can. What should I tell them? A ship in the sky will sing the hymn of the faith. When they hear it, we need everyone to sing along.
Everyone in Spira!
I'm not sure I understand. You don't have to. Just tell everyone. A ship in the sky will sing the hymn of the faith? So, when they hear it, everyone should sing along, correct?
If they do, we might be able to defeat Sin.
Truly?
Yes.
That's wonderful. You can count on me. I shall tell all of Spira.
Best captain of the guard in the world, and I think this dumps you back to the airship. Yep. Hello.
I must admit, I was worried at the beginning, but you've done well.
Thank you, Auron. You're so kind. And I think everyone has different things to say at this point.
Bringing a new calm. One
I'm not
that
sure.
Will last forever.
All those teachings. What were they for?
There's something I want to say before the fight. I guess I didn't know anything about the Al-Bhed. Didn't know anything. Didn't want to listen to anything. I was a big jerk. So, I'm sorry, huh? Please forgive me.
Don't let it bother you.
Hey, I'm guilty of hating those darn Yevonites myself. Well, there's a lot of folk in this world. Some of them good, some of them bad. That's all there is to it.
There you go. Life teachings from Sid.
The final showdown with Sheen. I say let's get this show on the road!
Nope. Sadly, now he's going to say that every time I try to use the map, so I probably shouldn't have done that yet. But now you'll notice there's Sin on the list. I recommend not going to that immediately, because if you do, Sin is, all things considered, going to just wipe you across the entire planet's surface and then consume your soul. Or something like that. But either way, that's it for the majority of the explorations so far. So with that out of the way, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.